Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Now Stock Trades. All right, so in this video, we're going to go ahead and give it to you guys straight. So I'm going to keep this brief and straightforward. Over the past 4 months, we've been in the green. We've been overwhelmingly positive in the overall stock market, whether that's small caps or large caps. Yesterday, we did the analysis for small caps, telling you guys that they're essentially outperforming the S&P 500. Again, I recommend watching this video as it'll be an extension off of the research. Upon analyzing the past 4 months and looking at the levels of every time the stock market has been positive for 4 months straight, when has that occurred? And we found within our study, we found 17 data points from 1936 to 2017. Interestingly, this phenomenon just happened again in 2024. And if you look at the approximate S&P 500 gain out of the year, it's 15%, indicating that this is going to be an exceptional year for the stock market. So don't be misled by Wall Street. And because we believe, based off of this, we do believe it's going to be an extraordinary year for 2024. It's going to be a wonderful year. Again, we're also going to be talking about this graph, this graph, this graph, this graph, and this graph. But before we do that, what I do want to add is just to give you why are we confident in our research? Well, if we go ahead and if you recall back to our videos from October 2022 and October of 2023, we both basically, of those instances, I said that this is the bottom of the market, and it was the bottom of the market. I said small caps are going to start rallying IWM, and they did in fact start rallying, right? But I'm telling you now, for all the doctors that are listening, I'm going to give you an example. For all the doctors that are listening, what is the appropriate sodium level ranges of the body, right? If you look at the sodium range for the body, it's anywhere between 135 to 145. If it's over 145, you get hypernatremia. If it's below 135, you get hyponatremia. And each has their own complications. Hyponatremia, I think, personally, from my education, is worse, right? But again, I could be wrong. So based off of this, we know there's a range. And we've looked at all of the human bodies and all the study of medicines that just hundreds of years to almost 1,000 of years of medicine just studied. And we figured out that, what? This is the range, and this is what happens, okay? So this is exactly what this type of analysis does. It looks at the range from 1936 to 2017, from 1928 to 2024. So I know it says 3 there, but it's technically 4. It's just not showing the 4. And what we do is we figure out the range of what happens, and we look at the average. Like, for example, the average bear market falls around 20 to 25%, or bear market, and that's what happened. And then the stocks rebounded. So we're using statistics, right? For folks that are non-doctors, just look at just overall temperature. What's the temperature of Arizona? And you find the range. And some of these days you get aberrations. You record those aberrations and you figure out how long those aberrations last. You collect enough data, you're able to predict. Okay, so that's the explanation of why we're confident. So if we were to look at right now, we are at the 5th longest streak in the index's history. This is in terms of all-time highs. Again, this is what I want to see. We are starting the progression towards the bull market. Okay, we are starting the engine. The engine is starting for the bull market. Now, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to say, I don't believe in this. This is bullshit. We're going to drop. And these are the same people that were, when the stock market was at all-time highs for a long time, they were saying, when it dipped 3%, be fearful when others are greedy, like idiots they are. They buy at the top, and then they disagree with data that suggests the market is overvalued. So they basically go ahead and buy at the top and then sell at the top. And then when it's at the bottom, they think it's going to go even lower. So their thinking in reality is just completely just screwed. In fact, I was just at Best Buy the other day, and my apologies to anyone who works at Best Buy, but the guy I'm speaking to, you could tell he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm talking to him about a vacuum, and he's just complete, Like he says, oh no, this vacuum doesn't come with a light. It's just part of the advertisement. Okay, I go on YouTube and there is a light to it. Again, people are confident. People that are stupid are very confident in their stupidity. So I'm telling you guys, we are starting this bull market. Okay, this bull market is getting started, and at least for, I can't speak for 2025 or 2026, but I can tell you 2024 is going to be an extraordinary year. I'm thinking plus 14% of going to be total gain for the S&P 500. I mean, right now, if you look at it, we're right now at 3.7 last time I checked. Well, I'm sorry, I was wrong. S&P 500, we're at 8.51%. Okay, so overall, we're looking pretty damn good here. Okay, let me just make sure is that the right one here? This is SPY. Same thing, should be SPX. Yeah, 8.31%. So we're looking pretty damn sexy, guys. We're looking really good there, and we think that we are going to have room in the tank. Others have came out and raised their S&P 500 targets. Again, we're thinking anywhere between, 52 to 5,300. But we honestly, now looking at things, I think the market might get extra frothy this year, and it may, go past that. But we do believe that we are starting this bull market streak. Okay, and last time this happened was in this area here, right? We had just people in 2011, 2013, and 2015. The market was going all-time highs, and people were scared because of the 2008 crash. But again, they missed out on this huge gain because they were scared, right? Scared money doesn't make money, okay? Now, interestingly, for all the people on our Mastering Stock Market course, I believe that since you've analyzed many stocks and utilized our proprietary brain machine model, you may have realized that stocks between 2011, 2012, 13, and all the way to 15, they weren't really increasing. They're almost trading sideways. You can see, almost trading sideways. You can give an example here. Let's take a look at Tesla. Okay, and let's look at Max. If you look at 2014, 2018, you can see that it's been trading sideways, and it wasn't until 2019 and all the way here that the stock started rising, right? So we believe that this might come into fruition again, and we believe that this is just basically put a 2 in front of the 0 here. We believe that put a 2 in front of the 1 here. We believe that 2029, 2028 is when we're going to start seeing some crazy gains. But I think these gains are going to be coming earlier due to AI and how everyone's basically, Apple just pivoted out of the Apple car to AI. It's very clear where we're going. Okay, so if we were to go ahead and look at all the times we've, received these all-time highs after a 20% drawdown, you can see that the overall average, the mean average after 12 months is 15%. So you can see that we're getting multiple studies that is suggesting that we are going to have around a 15% year on the stock market. Okay. And I guess, if you want to go ahead and, I don't know, what was the closing price of S&P 500 in 2023? It was like 47,769. Okay, so normally you take this multiplied by the percentage is equal to the year. We want to basically, we know the percentage, we don't know the year, so we're solving for that. So all you have to do is just take that multiplied by the percentage, and that should give you the overall value of what we think the market should be. So if you add that in, so we're looking at potentially 5,400, almost 5,484 on the S&P 500, but we think it's probably going to be anywhere between 5,300, like higher 5,200s to mid 5,300s, because it's probably going to go up to 5,400, but it's going to consolidate down. But we do believe that we are going to see a high S&P 500. For folks that like to trade futures, this is how day traders win, right? Because they use this information. And you can see we're doing pretty damn good here. Okay, guys, we're doing really good here. Okay. So now we got this information. We talked about this. We talked about this one here. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the S&P ended in long stretch of calm with large rally. So you can see the signals that we're getting here. 2018 when Donald Trump did the whole Chinese ban, and we got that was a great time to buy. Excuse me, that was a great time to buy. And if you guys don't recall, you could see it here in 2018. Let me go ahead and do max. 2018 was a great time. See that little dip right there? No, that was 2020. Right here, this little tiny dip. This little dip was a great buy. It may seem the S&P dropped like 14%. It may seem not like a lot, but if you look at, like, for example, JD had some explosive growth here, but look at that. In 2018, it dropped. The stock literally dropped like 50%, and then it rallied high. So again, we're getting into that area. I'm not saying this is a Chinese company, so there's other due diligence that come with it. But I just remember Chinese stocks just got hit hard in 2018. They dropped literally by half, right? Just giving you guys some extra data points, extra observation, just things that you're not, and people don't really talk about because they don't know what the hell they're talking about, sadly. So if you go ahead and take a look at this here and utilize all these signals and clean the data. Again, in the mean value in 12 months is 15%, and the percent positivity of it happening is 100%. And it's very, I think we're going to get a 15% year. Also, weeks S&P 500 closed higher in the last 17 weeks. The last time, so we just got the signal in 2024. The last time we got the signal was 1989, which is when the Paul Volcker era was happening, and all these other signals. So what we're experiencing is that of a rare stock market, and we do believe we are going to get a bull market. Again, if you guys like my research and want to check out our best-selling book, it's literally less than $15. It's The Intelligent Investor for the Modern Reader. But also, I do recommend How to Find the Next 10-Bagger. They had a lot of great secrets in my insights as well. And for all physicians that are interested in how to deal with death of a patient, and just life, this is a great book I co-authored with my mentor, who's a neurosurgeon who's saved a congresswoman's life. A very a wonderful gentleman. All profit proceeds, these two will go to the Global Neurosurgical Alliance, and then the profit proceeds for this guy would go to the Neurosurgery Research Education Foundation. Again, all profit proceeds will go to charity here. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys. I hope this was helpful. Happy Saturday, and I will see you on the next one.